An inside look at a teacher's writing workshop, a visit to the Bulger Veterinary Hospital, and an update from the NAPD. All of these stories and more coming up on this edition of the North Andover Journal. Hello and welcome to today's edition of the North Andover Journal. I'm Joy Fontroy. The Stevens Memorial Library recently held a poetry celebration in honor of outgoing Poet Laureate Karen Klein and to welcome the incoming Poets Laureates Ken and Nadine Delano. Library Director Kathleen Keenan hosted the event, and Town Moderator Mark DeSalvo presented Karen with a Certificate of Appreciation from the Board of Selectmen. Let's check out some of the highlights.
Every month, does that sound like the right kind of time to do it? And so we picked this as a date to do a couple of things, one of which was to say thank you to Karen Klein.
This is a Certificate of Appreciation presented to Karen M. Klein in recognition of your dedicated service to the town as a two-term Poet Laureate. Your commitment to poetry led to the establishment of the Junior Poet Laureate at the North Andover High School. Many trails and sales programs, including one dedicated to Anne Bradstreet at Merrimack College, and a peace poetry reading and exhibition by St. Michael's students. Thank you on behalf of the town of North Andover. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Presented by the North Andover Board of Selectmen, September 27, 2016, Richard M. Ballancourt, Chair. And maybe I'll end with a really poor couplet that just came to mind.
Oh my gosh.
That our cultural landscape would certainly be barren without the joy and bloom of dear Karen.
Oh, wow. The other thing that we get to do, of course, is we get to welcome Ken and Nadine Delano, who are going to be the new Poet Laureates for the next 2 years.
Something is going to happen. I tell you, I know.
This morning, I tell you, I saw ice in the bucket.
Something is going to happen and you can't duck it. The way the wind blows is the way the dead leaves go. Something is going to happen.
And I'm telling you so.
He clasped the crag with crooked hands. Close to the sun in lonely lands, ringed with the azure worlds he stands. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls, and like a thunderbolt, he falls.
Something is going to happen.
I declare it. It always happens on days like this, Mother said. No, I didn't make the world or make apples red.
But if you are a man, are you a man?
I am. Aha.
You will buck up and try to bear it. Now you're going to have to help me with this if you would stand, sir. Have you ever bucked up? Good job. Stand right here. Take one hand like this and the other like this and say, "Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!" You will buck up and try to bear it. Now raise your right hand and repeat after me. For this morning,
The sun
rose in the east.
rose in the east.
I swear it.
I swear.
What's your name?
Jim.
Come with me. Sit in the chair, Jim. So when the time it took Jim to come up here, he was promoted to knighthood. This is Sir Jim. And Sir Jim, you are the sleeping knight. So my job now is to put you to sleep. So I must, oh, he's quick. So let me just put him to sleep. Sleep, Jim.
You can catch the full poetry celebration as well as the open mic that followed it right here on Cam Access. Check the broadcast schedule at www.northandovercam.org. On Saturday, September 24th, the North Andover Merchants Association hosted the Fall Festival on the town common. Many businesses, food vendors, and nonprofits from all around town showed up to show off their stuff. There were games for kids as well as a moon bounce and a prize tent. The North Andover Police and Fire Departments were both at the festival, letting children and spectators get a close-up look at their vehicles. If you want to see interviews from various booths at the Fall Festival, tune in to Cam Access. Thanks to North Andover Cam volunteer Irina Grasso for filming the festival. Well, we recently paid a visit to the Bulga Veterinary Hospital to see our pet health correspondent, Krista Vernalikin, where she took us through a routine examination of a cat. Let's take a look.
Okay, so we're going to do a visit on our cat here, who's owned by our lovely camera woman, Susan. Oliver is, how old is Oliver?
A year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months. And she had quite a time getting him in today, which is not an uncommon thing for cats. In fact, about 45% of cat owners actually don't bring their pet in regularly, which I do think is something you want to consider changing if you're one of those. So we'll get our little Oliver out, and sometimes that's a little tricky here at the vet. There we go. And this is Hugo, who's my technician today. So when we do examine our pets, we're going to be looking at their overall condition. Oliver has really nice coat and body condition. We're going to look at his eyes and see that they're clear, that their color is appropriate. Do you mind grabbing me? Yeah. And then we're going to look at both the front and the back of his eyes to make sure there's no abnormalities of the cornea or the lens or the retinas. Okay. Thank you. We're going to check his ears out. Make sure that they're clean and dry. Often we will look deep down in the ear canal with the otoscope, but cats don't tend to like that, so I'm not going to do that with little Oliver. I'm going to look at his teeth and mouth. He has very nice teeth. Cats, as they get older, do often develop dental disease and tartar. I'm going to open up his mouth. Make sure there's nothing under his tongue or any abnormalities in there. Going to feel his lymph nodes. And here we're often just feeling his general muscle condition and bone structure, making sure we don't hit on any painful spots. Listen to his heart. We're listening to hear that his heart rate is normal, that his rhythm is normal, and that he doesn't have any murmurs. And he sounds good. Give a quick listen to his lungs as well, which in cats really don't hear anything. Turn him around. We'll feel his belly. When we're feeling his belly, we're feeling for many different structures inside: his kidneys, his intestines, his liver, his bladder, sometimes his colon. He does have a little poop in there, which is normal. Checking his pulses, and then similarly feeling along the entire back side of his body and making sure that those muscles and bones feel normal. There's lymph nodes back there. We check his little bum bum, and then we'll check his temperature. And this is another aspect of the visit, that we don't always check temperature in every single cat depending upon their demeanor, but we do try to. He's very fluffy. And that's normal. Okay. And then we're going to check his weight. And what we do, we check his weight to compare from year to year and make sure that he hasn't had any significant gains or losses. And we're also going to address any key areas that an owner might have concerns about. So that's the physical exam in a nutshell. Not too scary. If they're due for any vaccines, we'll give those. That isn't the primary focus of every single visit. Most important is really just getting your cat in to see the vet. So thanks from the Journal, and we'll be back next month to discuss other pet-related topics.
On Sunday, September 18th, the annual Home Runs for Hope Wiffle Ball Tournament was held at the North Andover Middle School in memory of Tommy Blackshaw. The weather held out for the 28 teams to play ball, and over $10,000 was raised. The money raised at the Wiffle Ball Tournament will go to the cardiology department at Boston Children's Hospital, where Tommy was a longtime patient. Last year, the event raised more than $8,000 for the Cardiology Extraordinary Needs Fund. If you'd still like to donate, check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/homeruns4hope. And our thanks to volunteers Krishnaveni Dole and Kevin Zhao. Jen and Molly are back this month with another arts and entertainment segment to tell us all about the upcoming shows and performances this season in the Merrimack Valley.
Hello, North Andover! Well, hello, guys and ghouls. Welcome back to our arts and entertainment segment for the Journal with an extra special Halloween episode. I'm Zelda.
And I'm Imelda, and we are your atypical modern-day witches of the Merrimack Valley. Here's a peek at what's brewing in the cauldron for great theater shows coming up in October and early November around the Merrimack Valley.
Sounds mesmerizing, Imelda. Hey, I see you purchased the latest upgrade for your broomstick.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, that's a jump well beyond my old model.
Oh.
I only have the 3W.
Oh.
What's that, a 6S?
Ugh.
What a scream! I'm green with envy.
Hey, I'm the green one here, but you are right. I do have a new broom. Look.
Oh my goodness!
We modern-day witches have to get so much more done in less time, you know.
So true. Well, that was loud, by the way.
Sorry.
I think you should have bought a black one. I mean, it would be so much more cheerful, you
I
know?
need to go with my bow. I'm sorry.
All right, Imelda. Let's be done with this hocus pocus and introduce our first show.
Well, Zelda, first up is Voices of Hope's Fall Gala on Saturday, October 15th at the North Shore Music Theater in Beverly, Mass. And that's right near Salem. Their performance will surely cast a spell on you with their theme of Broadway for life. In fact, my friend Zelda here will be a featured performer along with Adrian Haslett Davis.
She is truly inspirational. She lost her leg during the marathon bombings, but went on to appear on Dancing with the Stars. Now that's real magic.
Oh, you said it, Zelda. All proceeds benefit cancer awareness and research at Mass General Hospital. So don't wait. Fly over to their website and scare up your tickets to support this great cause.
You know it, Imelda. Ah! Wait! I see something frighteningly brewing in this cauldron.
What do you see, Zelda? I don't see it.
I see a classic family, at least from my neighborhood. I mean, Morticia, Gomez, Wednesday, Grandma, Lurch, Pugsley, and Uncle Fester.
Oh, Uncle Fester.
It seems the group has discovered Wednesday's in love.
Oh.
Let's take a look-see at Actin' Out's clip to find out more.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky.
Little
They're all
Wednesday
together
Addams has
ooky.
grown up
The Addams
in
family.
love.
Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams family. Neat. Sweet.
Zelda, that was spooktacular! So, this Halloween, catch one of their 8 fun performances of the Addams Family at Acting Out's Daily Theater in Lawrence. Show dates are October 28th through the 30th, and then November 4th through the 6th. For tickets and more info, screech on over to their website, but you gotta hurry before rigor mortis sets in.
Melda, I see what you did there. That's clever.
Thank you.
Well, just hoid the show. All of it will be playing soon. Consider yourself invited. You shouldn't really have to pick a pocket or two or give up too much food, glorious food, to get your tickets to this Spotlight Playhouse production. It's going to be from November 4th through the 6th and November 11th to the 12th at the Haverhill City Hall Auditorium. For tickets and more info, check out the website. You'll be enchanted.
Oh.
So, Imelda, what's brewing next?
Well, Zelda, we have the Merrimack Valley Philharmonic Concert on November 14th. Piccolo soloist Linda True-Stromsky will perform Il Cardellino in D major. Ooh. The concert will also feature Mozart's Prague Symphony, an amazing orchestral work by Glazunov. Thank you, Zelda. Well, be sure to head out to the Doherty Middle School in Andover to hear the spell cast by these classical musicians. I like to hear nails on a chalkboard, but that's just my witchy Halloween taste for the season. So apparate over to their website for tickets and more information.
Well, that sounds spellbinding, Imelda. Apparently, I need to go shopping for a new broom, though, so we gotta fly. But thanks so much for watching our October, November Arts and Entertainment episode on the Journal.
And join us next time as we play Which Witch is Which and cover a frenzy of more fun entertainment options in the Merrimack Valley. So, until next time, cheers to you, North Andover.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We had a resident call us recently here at the Journal about a beautiful garden down on Johnson Street. Upon further investigation, we learned that garden belonged to one Marianne Moren. A longtime North Andover resident, Marianne finds solace in her gardening, stating that it has been a form of therapy for her and helping her to cope with the loss of her late husband, Bill. She was shocked that we would want to feature her and her garden on the show. She asked not to be on camera, but she did allow us to film her beautiful garden. Because it's so late in the season, though, we weren't able to get footage of the garden in full bloom. Marianne helped us out by sending us pictures from earlier in the year, saying that even the wildlife enjoys her little garden. If you know of someone in the community that you think should be featured on the Journal, email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org or call us at 978-687-6570. Lester Rugg and Irina Grasso are back this month from the North Andover Senior Center with their signature segment, Senior Moments.
Hello everyone, Lester Rugg here with Irina Grasso, my associate.
Happy Halloween!
And on that note, I'm going to get to the real bottom of things. Now, I wanted to touch on one announcement and update in regards to an announcement on the extension of our senior coupon program. Some people are not aware that it's available to our low-income housing group, and I'll mention them. If you reside at Bingham Way, Fountain Drive, Folds Terrace, O'Connor Heights, McCabe Court, or Morkeski Meadows, you can apply for a $50 coupon that can apply to any of our programs that of the available classes that we have.
The available classes will be yoga, combo exercise, Tai Chi, joy of exercise, Zumba Gold, wood carving, and computer trading.
Some of the available activities that we have are day trips. We congregate together at the center here. We have a luncheon program. For special occasions on Wednesday, we have what's called the Fresh Table, Culinary Delight, Tuesday evening buffet, and a number of social events that you might want to participate in. Irina, give us some more.
Okay, now for the news, updates, and announcements. The Senior Center will be closed on October 10th because it's Columbus Day.
We're going to have a Halloween pizza party. Everyone screams for pizza, that's for sure. This will be on Thursday, October the 27th, between 1 and 3 o'clock. Pizza, beverage, the best costume if you would like to participate. And we'll have a category of prizes involved. And I want to tell you, entertainment will be Russ McQueen, so you're going to have a stitch to say the least. Limited to 50 people, and the cost $4, which is cheap in relationship to entertainment. Sign up begins October the 13th. Irina, give us some more.
And don't miss these events. Monday, October 3rd, a day trip, Topsfield Fair. Sign up at the reception desk. Wednesday, October 5th, flu shots from 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning.
On a final note, October the 15th will be Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we can't emphasize enough in regards to this because we see it in the news all the time. Join one of our educational and support programs for people living with similar challenges and contact Jen Shakespeare. If you need more information or appointments for any of our services, call our reception desk, 978-688-9560. All the best until next time.
See you next month in November. Cheerio.
We caught up with the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jennifer Price, at the most recent teacher training workshop. Let's take a look.
Hello, and for this segment of the Journal, I thought I'd take you all inside one of our trainings. As I've talked about before, we've been doing a lot of training around how we are teaching writing within the North Andover Public Schools. And today we're actually in Reading. I know that's surprising, but we're in Reading. We're actually doing some joint training between the North Andover Public Schools and the Reading Public Schools. And I'm here with Lorene Marks, our humanities coordinator. So Lorene, over the last 2 weeks, we've been doing a ton of training with our teachers around Lucy Calkins. Can you talk a little bit about what we've been doing?
Yes, so we've been providing our 3 through 5 and our K through 2 teachers with an overview of the writing workshop, which is really the philosophy that's used with the Lucy Calkins program. So they're understanding the architecture of the workshop, and really a key point is having students work at their independent level. So they're not becoming dependent on the teacher all the time. We're teaching strategies, we're allowing choice in their writing. We're also focusing on the 3 genres of writing, which is important. Often in elementary schools, it was just the narrative genre that was being focused on. And then we're also delving into the units of study, which each teacher has received, to look at the pieces of the units of study and how that supports their teaching.
And so, Lorene, one of the things that we've talked about a lot is we don't just have classroom teachers here, we have a number of our special education teachers here. So this really is an inclusive approach to writing for all kids, correct?
Absolutely. Again, because we're looking at meeting the child where they can be independent and how to support that writing process within the general ed classroom.
I really want to make sure that the administration and the town understands how skilled our trainers are with this writing curriculum.
So excited about learning new things and being able to share this writing program with our students.
The past few days has been a really fun, great learning experience. We've gotten to play the role of students, and we've been able to dive into the writing program already, and it's been great.
And as a kindergarten teacher, I'm really excited to be implementing this program so that the routines and what the students learn will carry on for them next year in a consistent writing program.
As a first grade teacher, it will be great to see all the routines set up, common language. The children will really be immersed in it, so we're excited to see the kids go through the grades using the same consistent program.
And finally, at the end of today, actually, we will have all of our teachers K to 5 trained. That's very exciting.
We are very excited.
And just talk a little bit about this partnership with Reading, because this is actually pretty exciting that we've been working with another district so closely.
So the partnership started a few years back when we would bring Teachers College in during the summer. They do what's called a Homegrown Institute. And the reason they come in the summer is their staff developers are actually in schools during the school year, which really makes the training meaningful. They're not talking from being outside of a classroom. Some of our teachers have other jobs in the summer, maybe away during the summer, and haven't been able to attend. So we have partnered to benefit both districts, not only in terms of training, but in terms of sub-coverage, to get all those teachers who couldn't attend over the past few years when both districts did the homegrown to do what we're calling our Homemade Institute.
And the great part is that really the training has happened all being led by North Andover Public Schools staff and Reading School staff. So pretty exciting what's happening in the North Andover Public Schools, and thanks for watching.
The North Andover High School Scarlet Knights took the field on September 23rd as they played host to the undefeated Redmen of Tewksbury. Coming off a loss to Haverhill, North Andover was looking to add another win to their 1-1 record in what turned out to be a rather rainy affair.
Okay, so 2 receivers out to the right and 3 to the left for North Andover. Empty backfield, McElroy with the ball, throws a slant over the middle, received, and Watson says it's a touchdown. And the officials are now signaling it's a touchdown, so the game is now tied, 6-6. Officials set the ball, or 25 seconds Testa next to McElroy. Watson down the sideline, has it, has the ball over the defender, down the sidelines, in for the score. And North Andover with a chance to pull even, or who knows, go ahead, but definitely to pull even here. Tino wide out to the left, bursting in for the touchdown. I think that's Testa. Who else? Which has now become a driving rain again. Don't have to launder these uniforms, they'll just have to hang them over the goalpost. So there's actually standing water at a few points on the field here now. Testa starts on the left, moves into the slot on the right. Receiver gets the ball. Watson has the ball. Throwing back probably to McElroy, it looks like. And I believe he has it. Yes, he does. And it's a touchdown on a flea flicker. Go to the right. The running back goes right. Watson stops, loads up, and throws a gorgeous pass over the defender to McElroy inside the 5-yard line. I formation. The ball is given to Watson. He's outside, bowls over, knocks down the cornerback as he drives into the end zone for the 2 and the tie game here at Joe Walsh Stadium. North Andover tied with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in this game, beating with a tie score, a top 20 football team. Connolly. Gives the ball to Wynn, and Wynn just busting, blasting through players trying to make tackles. The ball on the 17. And it looks like Watson, but no, he throws it over the middle. The ball is batted. The ball is caught, but not caught. And that's the game.
Despite a gutsy comeback by the Scarlet Knights, the Redmen prevailed in overtime to remain undefeated. North Andover plays its next few games on the road, returning to Joe Walsh Stadium on Friday, October 21st to take on the Chelmsford Lions.
Hello, I'm Caitlin Parks and welcome to Can We Get Back to Politics, Please? As you know, the Massachusetts state primary was recently held on September 8th. I'd like to go over some of the highlights, update you on who won, and talk about some details for the upcoming general election on November 8th. The primary this year had an extremely low turnout with under 9% of registered voters statewide coming out to vote. There were multiple factors resulting in the low voter turnout, such as the election was taking place on a Thursday as opposed to a Tuesday, when elections would usually take place, and because it was only a primary, which in most cases only determined the Democratic and Republican nominees for the general election. Turnout for the general election is expected to be extremely high because of how controversial this election has been. Now on to who won and who will be moving on to the general election on November 8th. State senators for North Andover will be returning to the State House for another term. Democratic Senator Kathleen O'Connor Ives won against challenger Adele Martino with 83% of the vote. The Republican Senator Bruce Tarr ran unopposed. Neither senator has an opponent from the other party, so they will be automatically re-elected. North Andover is divided between districts in the Senate and the House of Representatives, so we have 2 North Andover senators and 2 North Andover representatives. State Representative Diana DeZoglio won her race against Phyllis Jones with 90% of the vote. The Democratic representative does not have a Republican opponent, so Representative DeZoglio will be returning to the State House for another term as well. Republican Representative Jim Lyons ran unopposed in the primary, but will be running against Democrat Oscar Camargo, who ran unopposed in his Democratic primary for this seat in the House of Representatives. The election for sheriff was big this year, with 10 people running for the position. The elected Republican nominee was Ann Manning Martin, who ran against 3 other Republicans in the primary for the nomination and won with 41% of the vote. The elected Democratic nominee is Kevin Coppinger, who ran against 5 other Democrats and won with only 28% of the vote. The two will face each other in the general election. The general election will take place on November 8th at North Andover High School. This is where you will vote for president, so an extremely high turnout is expected. If you're interested in getting an absentee ballot if you are unable to attend, more information can be found at the town hall. You will also find information on rides to the polls, handicap access, registering to vote, which you can still do until October 19th, and any other questions you may have at the town hall or their webpage. I'm Caitlin Parks, Junior Political Reporter for the North Andover Journal. Thank you and have a great day.
You may have noticed a new pedestrian crossing light over by Merrimack College and Route 114. Well, we caught up with the NAPD to find out why the light was installed and how to proceed whether you're driving down 114 in your car or trying to cross it as a pedestrian.
Hi, my name is Mark Wilson. I'm with the North Andover Police Department, here to talk about the new pedestrian crossing that was installed at the end of August. It was installed for the safety of the students crossing to and from classes to their apartments at Royal Crest. The light's activated a couple different ways. They can do the normal push button to activate the light, or there is a motion sensor on both sides so that it will activate if they, for some reason, do not push it. The light's a 40-second cycle. It's approximately 10 seconds of yellow. It goes to flashing yellow first, then a yellow light, then it goes to a solid red light. After about 13 seconds of solid red light, it will go to a flashing red light. The reason for that is so that if there's no one in the crosswalk any further and it's safe to proceed, the motorist can go through the light after they stop at the stop line. Flashing red light, a lot of people don't understand, is like a stop sign. You stop, if there's no one in the crosswalk, you may proceed, but you must stop at the cross line. After a student activates the light, it's a 1-minute delay between cycles, so they can't just keep pushing and it'll reactivate. That way the traffic doesn't back up as bad as it could if they went one after another.
Before we end the show, I'd like to leave you all with some upcoming community events. The Stevens Memorial Library will be hosting a 6-week fun and informative Memories to Memoirs workshop. Everyone has a story inside them waiting to be written. The workshop, starting October 12th through November 16th, will help you generate ideas and get them down on paper. This free workshop will meet on Wednesday afternoons from 3 to 4:30 in the Reeve Room. All are welcome. On Saturday, October 15th, the First Calvary Baptist Church will be hosting an indoor yard sale. Admission will be free and light refreshments will be available. The Valley Patriot will be hosting 2 debates in the North Andover High School auditorium on Tuesday, October 18th. The first of the debates will be between 2 candidates for state representative, Jim Lyons and Oscar Camargo, and it will start at 5 p.m. The second debate will start at 7 p.m. and will be between 4 candidates running for the Essex County Sheriff's seat. On Friday, October 21st, the North Andover Scarlet Knights varsity football team will be taking on the Chelmsford Lions at 7 p.m. As always, if you have a news story or idea for a segment, please email us at the Journal at northandovercam.org or call us at 978-687-6570. That'll wrap things up for this week. I'm Joy Fontroy. Thanks for watching.